Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at another tool from Olsa Tools, and this time we're going to take a look at the wrench extender. And I think this is a really neat idea that should come in handy in a lot of situations. So let's get this out and take a look. If you're keeping track, this is made in Taiwan. Okay, now taking a look at this, it is nicely chromed. It has your classic ratchet style, nice contoured handle to it. And what this is, get a good look at it here. What this is it is made in a way to cradle a wrench. Now I have a nice 1-inch drive wrench here that will illustrate this very well. So what you do is you take this and you put it on your wrench, just like that. And if you take note, your tool is actually radiused to take the contour of the wrench there. I don't know if you can see that. So it locks on there very nicely with the way that it sits. I think you could easily go bigger than 1 inch with this style wrench. I don't know how the old school Craftsman's would be if they were bigger than 1 inch, but I think you could get on them. Now smaller, that's kind of a little subjective, but they'll go in. They start to twist a little bit. Like this is 9/16. If you needed a handle this long, say you're doing the it's not coming loose, I'm gonna break it off anyway, I think you could get away with 9/16. It's gonna start to want to roll on you though. You can see that this slot channel isn't made for a wrench that small. It's gonna want to start to get finicky on you, but you could still do it. 7/16, say you have that really pesky 1/4 inch fastener and you just want to send it to oblivion, you could get on it, but you're gonna have to hold it straight. It'll turn all the way around a 7/16 fastener or a wrench. So 7/16 not as much of a good, but that's not the point of this. This is extra leverage on a wrench. So smaller wrenches aside, I think it works really well with the bigger wrench. Now I happen to have up to 1 1/4 inches in this style wrench, and we'll see if this thing wants to get onto the 1 1/4 inches. You can see it just gets over right there, and it will set on there. It's not going to get up into the radius, but it'll set on that, and we can add length to that 1 1/4 inch wrench. It does not want to turn. It kind of gets to a point and it locks, but that, I would say, if you're going by gear wrench sizes, 1 1/4 inches is just about the biggest you're going to go and make an extension out of this tool. I think it's a really nice tool that is just simple. It goes over the wrench, and I mean, everybody's done the wrench on a wrench routine before, right? I mean, you put your wrench on the wrench and you go to town on it. Everybody's been there. So that way, if you have this sort of thing, you don't have to beat on your wrenches. You can just throw this thing on, and you can see this is about the length. It says it's 15 inch. So what does that get us handle wise, or is that overall tool length? That is overall tool length. The 1 1/4 inch wrench is about 17. So you're adding, I would say you're adding a good 12 inches to your handle. Your handle length is 12 inches. I would say you're adding a good practical 12 inch to your wrench, which is not nothing. That's actually really nice, and to have it that it locks on and doesn't really want to get too squirrely on you is really nice. So I saw this thing, thought why not pick one up and take a look at it in a video here and see how it is. Let me know in the comments below. I know there's other versions of this sort of thing out there, but I thought this one was pretty nice. Actually got one to throw in the work carry. I had an instance where I kept hooking a wrench on a wrench, so I thought I'd pick this up, throw it in the work carry, and now I probably won't have to hook a wrench on a wrench anymore. But I'll have something thrown in the carry in case I do. Let me know in the comments below, have you used these? Do they get squirrely after a while? Do they stay put? Do you notice any other downsides to them, or have they just kind of worked? They go on and they do the thing. I find all those comments interesting. Let me know in the comments below. I really like tools like this. It's kind of putting out a solution to an age-old problem, if that makes sense. So if you're trying to add some leverage to a wrench, everybody's been there. I mean, you could even throw a pipe on this thing if you really wanted to. Nothing's stopping you from doing that. I don't know to what point this thing would fail. You are relying on basically this V-notch. That's what you're relying on. This could start bending at some point, but I mean, it's fairly robust. So that would be, I would assume, to be your failure mode. I do like that they took the time to think about what happens to the head of the wrench when you put it in there, and that's something that they've accounted for with this notched out here, this rounded part. I think that's a really nice touch, because when you have that on here, it just sits on there very nicely. That's nice and solid. It twists a little, but I mean, you're going to push on it and get to the lock point, and you're just going to keep pushing. So I would say this thing is very capable and very handy to have around. I don't think you're going to want to really use it a whole lot on your smaller wrenches, unless you're in that situation where this fastener's just got to get snapped off so I can move on with life. In which case, be careful holding this. It's going to want to get a little more squirrely, but I think it'll help you with that too. Let me know what you use one of these for in the comments below. If you got one, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you broke it already, how did it break if you did break it. Those are things that are fun to talk about, and other than that, it's a wrench extender. Super neat tool. Looking forward to using it over hooking my wrenches together. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.